Cool. G'day guys, my name is Andrew. I'm Andrew Diamante. So today I'm going to introduce you Game. So Game is basically where every game is not the same. So the simple concept for this one is, sorry before that one. So YouTube, it's basically a YouTuber studio geared towards helping content creators collaborate, shoot, edit and produce video content through a gamified format. Sweet. So next slide please. So the ask is basically 2 million for a 20% stake of the company. Cool. Next slide, please. So the background there is the whole concept is gamification, being able to create an interactivity between the users and the advertisers along with the content creators. So we basically use marketing to a certain extent that we could really create interactivity with all the users. Next slide, please. So the simple concept as well for us as the content creators, or pretty much the people creating the content, is we want to become a multi-channel network in YouTube. So basically an MCN is basically a couple of people that come together to really help out YouTubers and also content creators to create content. We basically assist, at the same time we provide the resources that we could really help them out and produce the content. Next slide please. So just a few formats that are really successful are just for laughs. So the idea with this one is it's non-verbal. So the beauty of this is you don't need context to really understand it. So this is the kind of format that I really want to push through because it works outside of Cebu, but at the same time it works for pretty much everyone else. You could be Chinese, you could be Japanese, you could be anyone, you could still understand it. Next slide please. The other one is also sustainable. So the first one was successful, second one is sustainable format. So the biggest thing, especially with most influencers, is it takes a while to really create content. It takes a while to create a vlog. So if it's sustainable, it's easier to make. So the idea here is we want to create something like React Channel, which produces a bunch of content that's really sustainable and you can just keep repeating it. Next slide, please. So try not to laugh, try not to dance, try not to react. These are the simple concepts that are super easy to make because it's you basically just throw in a different topic and it's something else. So it's the same format, you just repeat. But the main thing here is its consistency. You make a lot of content. Next slide, please. This one as well, versus, so guess the song, guess the movie, trivia. So the one thing that I really bring into the picture here is I create the execution for it. So I direct, I produce, and also edit most of the stuff. But the idea here is we could really expand to a greater audience and just create a funnel of content creation for a lot of viewers, especially non-Cebuanos. Because the idea with a lot of video created here in Cebu is it's usually made for Cebuanos, only for Cebuanos. But I really want to create a tap outside of the population, outside of Cebu, but with the Cebuanos. Next slide, please. Another sustainable format is this channel called JK Films, JK News and JK Party. What they do is they basically come up with news, games, and they just have fun. Next slide, please. So this one here, this is basically just them tackling with news. So they talk about social media, they talk about random, and they talk about trending things. So all it is just 3 cameras, just in one table, and they just talk about everything and anything. And the idea there is just a simple format that you could really sustain. Next slide, please. So Just Kidding Party it's basically team building games here. So they just play games. Think of it game night, but with a video. And the idea there is you want to get the people going and really get them to interact with you. Next slide, please. So one last thing here as well is BuzzFeed format. It's pretty known. A lot of people know it. This one here, especially the Worth It series. So it's just 1 versus 50 versus 100. So you compare things. Next slide, please. So this one here, food, go, things. It's all about the experience, and you just want to compare it. So it gives you a chance to interact with advertisers. Next slide, please. So the formula here is just create consistent content, gamify the experience. Gamify the experience both for viewers and advertisers. Lastly, you expand on digital assets. So you exit through audiobooks, you exit through merchandise or anything else. And basically you become the marketing arm or production arm for most cases. And lastly, it's the timeline. This one here. So we won't be making a lot of money here, but then this is when we exit out.
it.
Cool.
Bye.
That's it.
So, first of all, I got to ask, what's your background?
Background is marketing.
Nothing in game production. Sorry, in video production.
A little bit of video production. Sorry. So, because I actually run a company of my own, and we actually do a lot of marketing for most companies. So, yeah, a bit of my background would be video. I produce content. I podcast. Yes, there you go.
What about so you're going to produce content that gets delivered how on YouTube? Or
On YouTube, yes.
Only on YouTube?
Only on YouTube. Because the idea there is YouTube is so untapped here in Philippines, especially Cebu. In Manila, they've been able to tap into it, but in YouTube, for Cebu, it's not super tapped. It's mostly Facebook, it's mostly Instagram, but not a lot of people have been able to make over a million followers or subscribers here in Cebu.
Okay, so we're also into video production.
Yes.
We're also trying to build content creators as well. The biggest challenge there is scalability.
Yes.
Like how do you actually, build 200 videos per day, and that's also the same challenge that ABS event is trying to do, like the MCN model. They did that.
Yes.
For a time, they actually got to 800,000 creators, but it never worked out for them.
Right.
So it's difficult. It's really difficult. Like even BuzzFeed, they're losing a lot of money.
Yes.
So how does it make a difference from what you're trying to do?
I think for me, it's just more of being able to start it here in Cebu, because there's a lot of money to be made for Cebu, especially with YouTube. However, the thing is, YouTuber studios aren't here in Cebu yet, and I think at the start we will initially, of course, lose money. But the idea there is we will.
I don't like losing money. I don't like
Sorry,
losing money.
let me rephrase that one. So it's more of an investment at the start. There you go. Sorry. So the idea there is we really invest at the start, because the idea there is we really want to get everyone to get into it and more understand.
You're going to do it just in Cebu?
Sorry.
Just in Cebu?
Yes, because I'm based in Cebu, so I really want to help out Cebu as well.
Why are you limiting yourself?
It's not really limiting, because the idea there is we want to branch out of Cebu. So we're creating content not only for Cebu, but we're creating content for global. So that's why we've got the non-verbals, the English formats.
If you do get the 2 million investment, like how many, like how long is the runway? How long?
Timeline here. So pretty much for me, the way I see it is create the buffer of content for the next few months from September to December, and then we could create a gamified campaign. So pretty much all the videos that are going to be created for the 3-month span, that's all going to be embedded with gamified.
How many videos you can actually create for 2 million?
For 2 million?
In that short span of time.
Short span of time. From the looks of it, depending on the amount of video editors that I could really get, I'm pretty sure I could easily over 1,000 videos. Easily.
And these are shows that you can do continuously.
Continuously.
Right? So you're making stars
Yes.
out of the people there.
Yes.
And that's kind of what you're doing as well.
Yeah, but the biggest challenge is you can produce the video, but the biggest challenge, how sure are you that those videos will actually get 200,000 hits, 300,000 hits?
And you're going to make money on advertising, right?
Advertising and also cashing
Are
out
you hooked
on...
in with the ad agencies?
No, just through YouTube, but at the same time I'm going to be able to cash out with digital merchandise and also...
You need to work with ad agencies so you can actually get that income. If you're depending on just YouTube income...
Oh, no. So the other margin that I'm also looking into is also being a production arm and marketing arm.
Well, I'm interested in, because I'm looking at investing in podcasting.
Yes.
Company. So I'm interested in media being delivered from Tagcash. There's another module for bringing people in. So I think Kumu is doing something with gamification of content, right?
Yeah.
And Pedro...
Kumu, sorry?
Kumu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know about that? You should know your competition, right? Pedro started and failed very quickly.
Confetti was a good one, actually. Yes.
But I'm interested in talking to you, maybe modifying this a little bit,
Yes. Sure.
tweak it for my concern, because 2 million is not a lot to put in for a lot of video content, and I have a video production setup I started with.
Oh, perfect. Because honestly, the 2 million I just put in there is just more for just if there isn't any production.
But 2 million for 20%, you have nothing right now, right?
Sorry.
You have nothing at the moment. It's just an idea.
No, I've got it. So because I already run a marketing company.
Yeah, but
So-
what have you got?
What right now? I've got quite a few video equipments, and I've got.
Okay, well, we'll talk about that later.
Sure, sounds good.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Everyone.
Thank you.